Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the weekly members pod. Got a huge crew here, and might even
That is very original. Where'd you come up with that?
Sure.
I figured that wasn't going to take long. That did not take long at all.
I spent a
Taking
lot of
shots.
time on that catchphrase. Excuse my voice. I'm a little under the weather, but I didn't just steal somebody else's catchphrase. I could have used Jim's and gone with "What's up, everybody?" or I could have gone with Mike Greenberg and "Get up, everybody." But I chose my own. You should have too.
What was your own?
Welcome back, everybody.
Yep, he does say that.
Yes,
Mike definitely says that.
You're ruining my Diddy roast right from the start. I was really hoping you were going to use your other intro where you say something funny and inappropriate that gets the three people laughing, and then you come on and our scores of listeners have no idea what's going on and no idea what the joke was, and nobody thinks it's funny, but that's how we start shows.
Well, you missed it because we already went through that with me, Kyle, and JD already.
No, I'm just disappointed you didn't wear your cape this week. I had handyman jokes ready and I was raring to go, but anyway, tell us about your list of topics.
Venom. There's some venom in this.
All right, guys, the rest of us are going to hop off while Paul and Mike get after it.
I came ready to roast. You don't come to a roast.
Damn.
You don't come to a roast without being ready to fire. I'm done. I'm ready for his soliloquy where he gives us his state of sports address for 30 minutes of a 45-minute show. And then punches it to everybody else for 2 minutes apiece to give their input. Let's get started.
How you doing, Paul?
I thought
Good
I won Host of the Year award, but I guess not. I guess I wasn't really feeling it tonight. I mean, if you want to do it tonight, I'm fine. I don't need to be here. I don't need any of this tonight. In fact, you guys can freaking have it for all I care.
Get back here.
Oh!
Now that is the first. Listen, he's been doing lame or gain the whole year that he's been hosting. That's his first gain right there. That's the first time that he's had a gain.
To quote the Great Sopranos, that Steve will have to edit out.
Over.
To quote the Great Sopranos, that Steve will have to edit out. What? Now no Diddy?
Listen, what did you guys do to him? What in the hell was that?
Jacket.
This is better. This is much better.
I have no idea what you did to him, but he's going to cry in the car like Red from Friday. So why don't we just get this going? He did give me this. Why don't we just start it off this way? We'll get to all the notes and we'll let everybody have their talk and make out their points. But let's get a good 5 minutes here and I'll just hold it up.
I've already used up half my jokes. I don't have any more yet.
Patty, go ahead. Since you weren't here last week, you didn't join the members spot.
This is, I guess, unexpected, but not unexpected. Paul, if you would like some sports memorabilia, I'll gladly send you some ludicrous signed North Carolina football stuff because that's about the only glory they're going to have over the next 20 years.
That's game. That would be game if you actually had that.
That would be.
No, but I got the rally towel from last year from the concert, but that's about it. No, I didn't have it from. It's not autographed by him, or Paul's isn't. I'm here as Kirk Cousins, obviously in my new Raiders gear.
I thought you might dress up as Brunson, as big as your head's gotten since the last award show.
I'm just working on the encores. Come on,
there it is.
We got a couple more minutes.
I think Host of the Year is going to work the same as Coach of the Year. So when's Paul getting fired?
What time is it?
8:54, June 2nd, 2026.
It depends on how many more cases of sparkling water Paul sends to the producer as far as how long his host rotation runs.
Sparkling water.
I probably am due, so I probably should do that.
You should. You should. That's the only way you're going to keep this gig.
I agree.
That's actually true, Patty. That's not a joke. That's true.
I believe you.
If I go out, I'm going to go out. I want to try and crash out harder than any Giants fan has ever crashed out before is how I want to go out.
I don't know if that's possible.
We tried to sell your rights to the Baker's Men podcast, but they wouldn't take you unless we gave up something of value, and we refused to include Kyle in the trade package.
Yeah, they wanted.
It's true.
Kyle,
we did offer him Ben and his hair, but they declined.
I did get a haircut. You can't really tell right now, but it did happen. I can confirm.
It's
They're
okay,
Anybody
Ben.
else?
You
as
haven't
good
been
as
able to
Paul's
tell Paul's
hosting
gotten a
gig
haircut
for the
in
last
40
6
years.
months.
No, start the
Very good.
soliloquy. Let's go.
JD, do you have anything to add to this?
Is
I
he
know
wearing a
Paul's been
boat?
your
Is
best
he?
friend.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, nice, Kyle.
No, it's
That was
the
nice.
Oh, JD hasn't had the pleasure of meeting Kirk Cousins yet.
Oh, no,
No.
not Kirk
He
Cousins.
has no idea what's going on. I didn't realize that.
Is that a Bo Jackson jersey? That's a Bo Jackson jersey, right?
it is. Kirk Cousins one just hasn't been produced yet.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
okay.
coming.
It's coming. I can't wait.
It's in the mail.
I got to get my.
Yeah.
I'm getting my Red Sox toilet paper delivered soon. It's coming
Oh,
tomorrow.
there it is. Oh,
Yeah.
Mm.
Three ply, right?
Damn.
Ah.
Damn. Let me go get my Don Mattingly and all of his championships, and let me finish up what I was doing right beforehand.
Oh, my God.
Don Mattingly keeps
You
going
gonna
with the
take this,
Don
Kyle?
Mattingly. I know.
Hey, Kyle, did you hang we had over 500 banner in May thanks to Don Mattingly banner yet?
No, I'm not like the Mets. We don't celebrate April and May championships.
What about hey Mike, have you hung the Marcus Simeon hit a home run and Patty, Marcus Simeon hit a home run in back-to-back games banner yet?
Have you
I
hung
sure am.
If you want to talk
I
about
was actually
banners, have you
I was
hung
actually
the
gonna text you
AJ
and
Brown?
you and
AJ Brown thinks New England is heaven.
Ben. I was actually gonna text you and
Go ahead.
JD that Marcus Simeon leads the league in some weird analytics stat with runners in scoring position. Like he's analytically the worst hitter in the MLB with no one on base, according to this whatever the analytics stat was.
Yeah.
But when runners are on base, he literally is Barry Bonds.
Yes. Yeah, he's been hot the last few days, but that wouldn't surprise me. That guy is a bum. But Kyle, if you're wondering, I've already paid AJ a visit. His hamstrings are looking great, and he is ready to rock and roll, ready to catch 10 plus touchdowns.
Yeah,
Let's
why
go.
wouldn't he?
Easily.
Why wouldn't he? Because New England is as heaven as it gets to him. That was what he said in his
I
press
did see
conference.
that today.
What a
That's
yeah.
douchebag!
right.
Let's.
An
I
absolute
think we should.
douchebag. He's dead to
We
me.
should.
AJ Brown is not going to be a Hall of Famer, and he's never going to be welcome back in Philly.
Wow.
He's
Super Bowl
never
champion
going to be
AJ
welcome
Brown.
back in Philly. Yeah,
That's right. Yeah, that's right, Kyle.
He was one of 52 other men that helped win the championship. It wasn't because of him, believe me. But look, AJ Brown is what he is. Thanks for the 4 years, pal. Now go rot in New England.
Yeah,
He ain't riding.
the first
Oh,
topic
he's
was going to
rotten.
be NFL acquisitions, and I'm glad that we had that nice segue into that.
There you go,
Uh,
JD. There you go, buddy. There it is.
What a trio. Look at that trio. They all made it happen. Let's go. I'll take my number one receiver all day. We're
I
ready.
think there was a lot of things that were pent up there because things on both sides were said in press conferences, and pretty much everybody except for the cornerbacks were unloading on AJ. I thought what Jordan Mailata said was very telling, and then AJ himself. Just like when somebody like James Harden or Kevin Durant gets to a new team, for the first 36 hours, it's all smiles, and then eventually it's just a matter of time before they waste the
He'll
time
quit
away.
on them. He will quit on them just like he quit on the Eagles last year. He'll quit on them. He'll quit on them. He did the same thing, and this is why I wanted Christie on. He did the same thing in Tennessee. That's why he became an Eagle. He did the same thing in Philly. He's gonna quit on the Patriots at some point. When Drake May has his slump this year, which is gonna happen because now they're gonna face a first place schedule. They are. They're gonna be facing division winners. They're not gonna be facing the cupcake schedule. So Drake May is gonna revert back. And when AJ Brown only gets 6 targets a game, when he's one of the only receivers that they got, he's going to flip out and probably send out a tweet that is stupid, or he's going to read some stupid book on the sidelines, and it's just going to cause drama up there. You know what I mean? And I'm here for it. I can't wait.
My only rebuttal to that would be I don't agree with you on the Tennessee part simply because they went to back-to-back AFC championships, right? Or one AFC championship and AFC divisional. And the owner was literally like, I'm not paying you. And he leaves. And then Mike Vrabel literally was like, I want out because you obviously don't have the interest of this franchise in mind.
Patty.
Say what you want.
Cook.
Say what you want about him going to New England. I agree with you on that he forced his way out of Philly. But I don't agree that he forced his way out of Tennessee. That was my best friend's a Titans fan. That owner was an absolute what a botch job that he did after those 2 AFC championships. A, not getting a quarterback, and B, letting AJ Brown walk.
Chef's kiss, Patty.
Chef's kiss. Shut your mouth. Listen. Look,
Chef's
at the end of
kiss.
the day, you still don't know if your coach is going to be there in training camp. You still don't know when the next bombshell is going to happen.
Hey,
That's going
he's still there
to
right
cause
now.
his wife to divorce him. That's what's going to happen.
Hey,
That's what's
players
gonna
get
happen.
divorced all the time.
Listen,
Let's
on
go
the
hang
bright
out with
side,
their
Ben,
Gumars.
on the
Yes.
on the bright side, Ben, in 20 years, you'll be able to draft Mike Rossini, son of Mike Vrabel, to the Patriots, and he
Exactly.
can
This
play
is true.
inside linebacker. For you.
Exactly.
I'm
I
down.
wonder how-
Let's go.
I wonder if anybody's going to get any of the custom like Keyshawn Booty jerseys on it, and then just says instead of just Booty on the back, it says Booty Call. I think that would be something that would be pretty fun to have, that I could see somebody doing there. But why don't we talk about the other big acquisition here? Let Kyle calm down for a minute. I know you've had this brewing for about 18 months.
Yeah,
and I
literally.
think just about everybody's been egging every Eagles fan on about AJ Brown. So I appreciate your input there. But, according to Vegas, the Rams are now the clear Super Bowl favorite. Someone tell me why they are or aren't after that.
I think it's
Did you hear
clear.
the even?
Don't you?
Did you hear the even bigger news that all these poly markets like Kalshi and stuff think that there's like a 60+% chance that Aaron Donald's coming out of retirement after this news?
Yeah.
Did you hear him?
Man.
Did you hear
That
him
would be
on
the real nail in the
Oh,
coffin.
Did you
man.
hear him on Pat McAfee today? He was on Pat McAfee today and says it really has me rethinking unretiring. Like straight up. I mean, that was his thing, which would be amazing.
Do they have money?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to. I mean,
He
is
would
he going
probably
to come back and play for
a
the minimum, or
veteran's
do they
minimum.
have?
I would think so.
Most teams don't have cap space at this point.
Well, how many
He
years
don't
were
need
left
the
on
money.
his deal? When he
Yeah.
retired, how many years were left on his deal?
I was
He'll
going to say,
probably
they're
just
still
pick back
paying
up.
him. Yeah, they're still paying him. So it's just activating that contract, basically, taking him off the unretired list, similar to what the Eagles did with Brandon Graham. They
You
just
still get
renegotiated
paid?
his contract.
I
Yeah.
thought he was
When you
done after this
retire?
last year.
Because they pushed all his contract into like ghost
Okay.
years. Like
All
that's
right,
how they
okay.
did it,
All
right?
right.
So
the Bobby Bonilla trick.
correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yep, just the NFL version of it. Yep. So
Just an actually
that's
good
because
player.
the Eagles were still playing Jason Kelsey and Fletcher Cox. They were still paying them up until like last year, I think. So it was the exact same situation. But yeah, I to your point, Ben, I don't know if his contract is still active like that. But there's no reason for him not to come back. He looks like he's in great shape, obviously. So like, why not? He'd still come back if he comes back and joins that defensive line. That I mean, barring injury, who's gonna beat him? Who's gonna beat him?
He doesn't want to go through training camp. He's going to sign midway through August. He doesn't want nothing to do with no training camp at this stage.
Absolutely
mean,
smart in his regard.
I
right?
think the
It's absolutely
Cardinals-
smart.
I think the Cardinals need to relegate themselves to the UFL because that's going to be like the most lopsided, like 3-on-1 I've ever seen in my life. I mean, but that's going to be a very competitive division. I mean, you still got to play Seattle twice, and you got to play the Niners twice. So it's nothing's guaranteed over there with all of those those
Paul,
teams.
don't be besmirching one Jacoby Brissett. He's about to lead them to the promised land. Come
Listen,
They're
on,
not
now.
paying.
He's
They're
gonna
not
be a
paying
great
him. Why aren't they
fantasy.
holding out to pay
Yeah,
him?
there's
Just get
there's
ready to
all
say that.
yeah
Yeah.
there's
Yep.
there's a dispute. Like that's the thing. Like I think that's like the joke. Like you got these juggernauts, and then you got the Cardinals arguing with Jacoby Brissett. Like
What a
Ridiculous.
joke.
That organization's trash.
I
That's
think you need to
trash.
combine the Cardinals and Jets into one team, and you still might not have a
And
shot.
you still would
against the Rams.
suck. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Very good point.
There's a lot of
Paul-
emotion in that one.
Yeah. Paul, to go back to your point, the reason the Rams are favored now is the Rams are the only team that gave the Seahawks a game last year through the playoffs. The Rams were very close to winning that game on the road, and they didn't have Myles Garrett. Now they do. Now they take the best defensive player and sub him in for Verse on that defense. And you got to think Devontae is coming back healthy this year. I mean, Stafford, we know who knows how long he's got left, but I'm sure like they're going to be just going all in the next few years. They were pretty close last year.
Is Stafford in Aaron Rodgers kind of territory? Not like mentally.
You mean a drop
As far
off?
as like all time?
Physically, is he really just going through the motions? And what about
No.
Puka?
No,
I know Puka
slings.
is the next best thing, but he was pretty close to getting himself on the commissioner's exempt list too. after the
That's pretty
season
hard to
as
do
well.
nowadays, Paul, considering Josh Jacobs was back at practice today. I don't know if you saw that, but
Agreed.
Oh
Yes.
boy.
like,
Oh dear. Here we go.
I will only say this is what I'll say though. I never want to give the Cleveland Browns credit because thank God Myles Garrett is out of the AFC North finally. But I will say this for those who have not gotten the chance to watch him, Jared Verse is the next big edge rusher in the NFL.
He's awesome.
Like he is
Yep.
the group below Myles Garrett. Like he will be, I don't know if he'll ever be like an all-time sacks leader, but he is like the next, like TJ Watt was then with Myles Garrett. Now like Jared Verse is like the guy next, like Max Crosby obviously too, but like after Max Crosby, like that's the next guy in line as far as edge rushers go in the NFL, and Will Anderson as well.
Completely
but I think you
agree.
can put either two of them on the
Completely
pedestal. I think
agree.
that, Jared Verse is a phenomenal addition. I think that was, the dealing point. And if you didn't know, Jared Verse, Albany transfer before he went to Florida
did.
State.
To the
Absolutely.
Seaman Holes. Yeah, the Seaman
Yep.
Holes.
Yeah.
Kyle's second favorite college next to Penn State.
So, Patty, to your point, what's forgotten in the whole trade is what they got. Well, like the Browns actually made out in that deal, in my opinion. Like I'm not saying losing Garrett's not a big deal, but you got Verse and 3 draft picks back for Myles Garrett, which Jared Verse is not even in his prime yet. So if they play their cards right, which it's the Browns, and we know that they won't play their cards right, but still on paper, it's a good trade, right? Like everything looks like it's in their favor, but they'll brown it up like they normally do and screw it up somehow.
But Kyle, isn't that first round pick going to be really late anyway? If they do what they're supposed to do, that's going to be a late. That's going to be 30th pick. I mean, it's not really.
Yeah, but I mean, like just like when the Eagles traded AJ Brown and got a future first round pick, like you could package that with another first round pick,
Right,
and like move
right.
up in the draft and do stuff like that,
True.
right? So that's kind of what I'm thinking, and especially for next year's draft. Now, if the Browns play their cards right, next year's draft's a loaded draft. They have these draft picks. Package that other first round pick for something could happen. They could get lucky and draft somebody that could help them. And then they have Burst and maybe somebody on offense. Who knows? I don't know. It's the Browns. They don't have anybody on offense really, but Shador, right? Shador, they got Shador. But
Hey, Deshaun Watson's coming back. Don't worry. Doing Gabriel
Judkins.
time. Let's go.
And Judkins had a good first year,
Judkins
right?
pretty good.
I actually like both the
Yeah.
rookies they drafted too. If they weren't Browns, I like Casey Concepcion and I love Denzel Boston at Washington. So
I completely agree.
God knows
Who's
I
gonna throw
hate
him the
them
ball, though?
because
They need a consistent person.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
God knows I hate them because they're on the Browns, but those are two talented dudes offensively.
Well, maybe we get the next Josh Gordon out of nowhere. Who knows?
Josh Gordon.
Nothing like a good Flash
Off
Gordon reference.
The weed.
I will choose to not listen to that advice. Thank you.
So, Mike, after your first 5 minutes when you were on fire, you haven't said much since. I had actually something on here about the Bears, and I was hoping you could talk to us about it. Where are the Bears going to be playing in the next couple of years? The stuff with the stadium to
what a
me
shame.
seems pretty bananas. That I don't even know what I don't know what the hang up is. Sounds like taxes or something stupid, but it sounds like Indiana is really like pushing to, which apparently is right on the border. Whatever the city is right on the border.
So the Bears want the same thing that every other team has ever wanted and asked for out of their city. They want tax certainties. They want to know how much they're going to be paying in taxes over the next couple of decades. And, it's generally been a given that, cities and states and local governments step up to give these things. They may not pitch in money, but they at least give, the tax implications up front, so you know what you're dealing with. And so far, Chicago and Illinois have refused to budge and give the Bears anything. Indiana has opened up their arms and said, look, we're less than 15 miles away from Chicago, where we can build you a lakefront stadium, and it's closer to your home city, Chicago, than many other NFL stadiums are to their home city, even though it's in a different state. So come a couple miles down the road and join us. We'll give you all the tax breaks you want and build you a beautiful stadium here. So that's what the fight is right now. And it's I really
Feels
think
wrong.
it's politicians and billionaires playing games, and it's a matter of time before we move into the Arlington Heights location that the Bears a couple of years ago have already purchased the land and own the land. It's a former racetrack. Spent hundreds of millions of dollars to obtain this land. The whole point was to build a stadium there. So I'm sure that's where it will go when all the bickering settles down, but we'll see.
There's no way Chicago will lose the Bears. They're too big of a sports city. It's already a travesty that the Raiders are in Vegas now. We can't
They
have
would
a
still be the Chicago Bears. There's
Of
no
Indiana.
discussion of changing the name. Yes.
yeah, pulling Angels.
I mean, you
The
look
Los
at,
Angeles
look at,
Angels
I
of
mean, the New York
Anaheim
Giants
in
and New York
Chicago
Jets
of
are in
Indiana.
New
That's
Jersey.
what's.
Yeah.
You know, it wouldn't be the first time that you've seen something like this.
Mhm.
I don't think it's a big deal.
Well, it's the Dallas Cowboys play in Arlington. Like they don't play in Dallas. So like
there are many, many teams that don't play in the city that they are named after.
Right.
Feels dirty.
Yeah,
You know,
still, I agree with Ben. It feels weird, man. It just feels
Yeah.
weird to them playing in Indiana. I mean, it's like they're a staple of Chicago, and I just feel
I
like
agree.
I know it's a money thing, Mike. I know it's a money thing. It stinks. It really stinks.
But
Yeah.
it's not, there will be no more Bears in Chicago. That stadium in Chicago is a complete dirt hole, for lack of a better word. I've
Yeah.
talked about it many times. And it's not going to be in Chicago anymore, one way or another. It's going to the suburbs or it's going to Indiana.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
There was a similar fight with the Redskins last year. They were talking about moving it to Northern Virginia, and that was really all a ploy just to get the city of DC to make better commitments than what they were looking at before. You know, they said they had plans, 50 miles north of where we are here. I don't think nobody ever really cared about that. Nobody was ever really serious about that, but they got exactly what they wanted in the
Well,
end.
you guys had a whole other level of involvement with national politics getting involved in that one,
too.
and Trump trying to put his thumb on it. And
literally trying to put it on
Yes.
there.
Yes.
Orange Man likes to put his name on just about everything, and people actually start. It's fun to watch him. It's fun to watch people actually say no to him. Like,
Well,
it
and
was
you're-
funny when it's hard to say no to him when he's a billionaire. It's really hard to say no when he's a president, but it feels really good when it happened. It's hilarious. I love it when it happens.
And your owner is probably the biggest sleaze bag in all of sports, that owns the Sixers, owns the Devils, owns the Redskins. Like, he doesn't care about anything but the Redskins. So he could have sold the Sixers 10 times over to pay for whatever stadium he wanted for the Redskins, but instead he tries to do that kind of stuff and like force the hand of people, and he's just a big sleaze bag. I hate him. I hate Josh Harris. Hate him with a passion. He's horrible.
Is he
He
worse
reminds me-
than Daniel Snyder, though?
Yeah, I was
He's
about to
worse
say,
than
some
Daniel
say he's
Snyder,
better
but
than the
he's
previous
not
owner.
as worse as Paul. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Daniel
Apples to
Snyder's probably
oranges.
pretty bad. Yeah. I don't like the fact that like you have an owner that can own teams in that close of a vicinity in like rival areas. Like, to me, it doesn't make any sense. Like, how can you actually care? You obviously are just looking at it as a business, right? So, you like you have a Washington team, a Jersey team, and then a Philly team, all in 3 different sports. So you're like, oh, well, I can manage that because they're different sports. It's still sleazy. Like, it's disgusting. I don't understand how fans can agree with that. You know what I mean?
Paging John Henry.
Yeah, exactly.
He just sold the Penguins recently, but he had the Red Sox, the Penguins, and Liverpool.
Yeah.
Not a fan of that.
Well, Ben, I want to thank you for showing up here. I know that it's been a tough schedule for you so far, and we're definitely looking forward to seeing you on the baseball pod here, and hopefully keeping you off the IL.
No IL.
So why don't we switch a little bit to baseball? We're not going to talk about who's the best and who's the worst. We do that all the time. Not in regards to the standings, but I want to see who is the best and who is the worst. If we're not going to have baseball next year, is it because of the owners that spend the least, or is it because of the owners that spend the most?
It's because of the owners that spend the
That's a good
least.
The
question.
least. I would say the least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Is
always
because
bothered me.
is that because the other ones, don't agree and think it's crap that they should have equal profit sharing with somebody who's just sitting there scooting by, even though the team that has the second best record in the league, which isn't uncommon, once every couple of years to last like 10 years, the Devil Rays are number one, or number one or two, and spend as much as, we could spend as much as Patty probably won in his Las Vegas trip.
Well, they've just perfected
Close.
Moneyball. Like the A's wish that they could be the Rays. Like the Rays took the A's model and just ran with it. I mean, they made it to a World Series. They lost, and they should have left Blake Snell in that World Series, but they still made it to a World Series. But like the blueprint is the Rays. Is if you want to play Moneyball, like how many times do they find pitchers like just out of the blue? I still remember the old rotations of like James Shields, Matt Garza, David Price, just all these guys, like
Scott
one guy after
Kazmir.
another. Yep.
I said I wasn't going to do it, but maybe I will. Whatever happened to David Price, Ben? Whatever happened to him? What do you like? One of the greatest pitchers in playoff history?
He was, and then he came to the Red Sox, won a World Series, and then that was kind of it. He was a bum after that, and the Boston media ate him alive. Who knows what he's doing now, though? I'll take the World
James
Series,
Shields
though.
another Rays pitcher?
Yeah, always.
Yep.
Patty, was I on mute?
No, I was saying,
Price and
wasn't
James
James
Shields.
Shields? Oh, my fault. I must have missed it. That's on me.
Yeah, I'm like, I thought I said David Price. I thought I said James Shields too. Yeah, I didn't say Scott Kazmir. That was a great pull.
I wish Christy was on here so we could talk about some of these streaks that have been happening. I know her team's won 7 or 8 in a row. Ben, your team tries to win one a week and is usually satisfied with that.
Don't worry, they're about to lose right now. Don't worry.
When is the Donnie baseball effect going to flatten out a bit?
Not tonight. Not tonight.
Hey, you can win every single regular season game the rest of the way. I already know. Come back to me in 4 or 5 months, Kyle. Whoever. I'm waiting. I've been here since day one, JD.
Ben, when they win, I'm getting a statue and I'm bringing it to your house and I'm going to put it right on your front lawn in gold.
Hey, if they win, Donnie Baseball needed me to talk shit about him in the chat and on here. I wish I was alive from 1982 to 1994 because maybe the Yankees would have had like 30 World Series, but they had zero.
How many did the Red Sox have in that same time frame?
Yeah, if you
they were going through an 86-year curse. Thank you very much.
I think you were.
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
You were born at a pretty good time, Ben. You missed a lot of bad stuff, and you've been around. Your heyday has been all the good stuff.
Yeah,
I know.
Like you've seen four. You've seen
very
4,
lucky.
and 3 generations of your family haven't seen squat.
Yep, that's very true.
But JD, for this statue that's going up at Ben's house, what jersey is it going to have on?
I think he's just gonna be completely nude and just in all his glory, and he's just gonna have a big smile on his face and
That'll
just
work.
staring. And I'm gonna try to get Donnie to do a couple voices. He can do little speeches throughout, and I can just hit buttons all day, and he'll just play it really loud too. I hope.
Yeah, I can't wait. Oh, I cannot wait for this. This will be
We're not going to talk
glorious.
about where you got to press those buttons and all that. We'll leave that for another day. Let's move on to, since we didn't have the NBA pod this week, let's talk about some championship basketball. Is everybody aware that there's actually one person who's already been crowned an NBA champion for 2026?
Yes. Yep. Jeremy Sochan. Sochan. How do you say his name?
Yeah, you got it. It's Socan. Gosh, that guy is a prick. I hated him at Baylor when they were
colored hair guy.
Yeah.
I did not like him either. I was not a fan.
No, he was a total prick. So I can't think of anybody that deserves that less, but here we are.
Well, we're all team Go Spurs Go, right? We're all Spurs fans aside from JD.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
No, you can go fudge yourself. So, hey, Paul, you want to hear this? This is what my girlfriend sent me from Boardroom. Did any of you guys see this? The combined total cost to attend all remaining home games for the Yankees, Mets, Giants, and Jets, 123 total home games, is $4,479. The total cost. Cost to attend Game 3 of the NBA Finals at the Garden, $4,115.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
man.
And that's for a terrible. That's get-in price. That's for a terrible. That's for up in the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And people-
so
yeah.
basically, you have to be Timothy Chalamet, or else you're not getting in.
Yes, exactly.
Well,
It
even
is-
even JD's boy Garrett Wilson was like, I don't even know if I'm going to go because I'm not trying to spend $7-8 grand on a good ticket there. So
but he's not
I think
really
it's
a
one of the
fan.
most ridiculous things out there. I mean, I
That was his
The
way of trying to get somebody to give him a ticket.
Right.
That's what it was. That's exactly what I read.
Exactly.
I read right through that. I saw right through it, man.
That's even
'Cause
worse.
I was like, that's actually pretty smart on his regard, though, to like throw it out there publicly to see if like any of these other guys would be like, "I'll give you a ticket. Don't worry about it. You're my guest that night." You know?
Yeah, the number
It's all
one
right
receiver
there.
in the city.
Yeah.
I will say this: there are more bandwagon Knicks fans than I've seen more Knicks stuff than I've seen ever in my life. They're all on the bandwagon, and that's what always bothered me. I'm like, where were these fans? Oh, I've been a fan forever. I'm like, dude, no, you haven't. Let's cut. Yeah, be honest. Yeah, you were a fan in 2026.
Can you say that one more time? I don't think I have to write this down so I can make sure that Steve clips it the right way. So you're saying that there's bandwagon fans in New York, correct?
Yeah. Yes, I am
Okay.
saying it. I am.
Well, there
Yeah,
ain't none on this podcast. Let me tell you that.
No.
I just wanted to prove a point that there are. This is coming from a New York Knicks fan stating that there are bandwagon New York fans that aren't true Knicks fans. They're just happy that the Knicks are in the finals.
Right, and they'll be everywhere
Okay.
tomorrow. They'll be everywhere tomorrow. They'll be everywhere.
They're
Led by
they're like
Stephen A.
cockroach
Smith.
Dallas fans that come out of the woodwork when Dallas decides to make the playoffs. You know what I mean?
That is
I mean,
true.
Kyle, I think you should be rooting for the Knicks because if the Knicks win, the fans in New York are going to make Philly fans look like Care Bears compared to what they do to
Oh,
their
they're
city,
gonna-
I believe.
They're going to
I
burn
think
the
it's
city
going to.
down.
They're going to do it either way. They're going to burn it down if they lose. That's why I want them to lose. They're going to have
Oh
a
my
nervous
God.
breakdown if they lose.
Please give me a sweep. Where are the brooms? Bring out the brooms.
No
Oh,
way.
man.
No way.
There will
No
be a
way.
revolt.
No way. No way. No way. It's a sweep.
Kyle, I said on a previous show, if the Knicks win and they burn the city down, I don't ever want to hear about Philly lampposts again.
100%. Yeah, grease the light poles. Yeah, okay. You don't even have any light poles left in New York after this.
Yeah, they're going to be shoved up every statues, you know what, on every monument, everywhere you go in there. So I can only imagine. Did you hear the thing that there was going to be like a mass exodus out to, I don't know where it is, whatever is the island where the Statue of Liberty, and they were going to knock it
Ellis
down
Island.
and
Yeah,
float it over
yeah.
and then just like throw it in the street. Like,
Good
sounds
luck.
great. It's probably going to take a couple.
Yeah, it can take a couple. And a crane and I don't know, maybe some guys from the enhancement games that are going to
Yeah,
come
there
over
you
and
go.
help you do it.
There you go.
Well,
This-
they're still working on the Statue of Liberty, so they might even have cranes there already. They better lock those things up.
People are freaking crazy, man.
This is the biggest series in New York since the 9/11 year, right? When it was the Subway Series. I mean, I
Yep.
would say 2004, but I don't want to hurt JD's feelings.
Yeah, no, we're up 3-0. You know what though, Ben? I got to be honest with you. When we were up 3-0, when the Yankees were up 3-0, and they blew that game 4, I had a bad feeling. I really did. I said something's wrong here. So I wasn't shocked. I mean, I was shocked, but something was off that series. And you guys came back. You listen. I got nothing to say on that. You can't blow a 3-0 lead, and destroyed in Game 7, if I remember. Destroyed. You guys.
It's all right. I won't bag on you too bad because while you can't blow a 3-0 lead, you definitely can't blow a 3-1 lead to the Sixers. And let me tell you, if we beat the Sixers, there's no way in hell that the Knicks are sweeping the Celtics. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that
There
was
is
beautiful.
no way in hell.
I
So-
still,
Hey,
I-
the world may never
figured-
know. The world may never
Yeah,
know.
I figured that
Oh.
we'd be looking at the Celtics in the finals here, and I think it would have been a
It
pretty
should
good
be.
matchup against either one of
I mean-
the powerhouses in the West. But I mean, normally the way it goes in the NBA Finals is the team with the best player wins. I mean, it started all the way back with Russell, Kareem, Magic, Bird, Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, Curry. Whoever's got the best player in the world at the time usually wins. And I think right now that may be Wemby. But you're looking at like the kids versus the veterans. Like, this is like the teachers versus students kind of game.
Yeah, I don't know if
Where do we
anyone.
think that's going to land?
Yeah, I don't know if anyone saw, but there was like something on Instagram that popped up where it compared the Spurs lineup to the Michigan Wolverines starting lineup, and the age was like the same, or if not younger than Michigan. Absolutely insane.
How good is Dylan Harper and Castle? I mean, Dylan Harper's only. I mean, I was blown away how well they played that game 7 and how poorly
Agreed.
Chet Holmgren freaking sucked. I mean, sucked. And Hardenstein looked like crap. I mean, SGA had a good game, but nobody else. And J Dub was hurt. I mean, I was shocked but I thought the Spurs came in and just kicked their butts, man. And we're hitting shots. I mean,
well, Wemby has like motivation all over the place. So, he lost the Spurs lost to the Knicks in the NBA Cup. A couple of years ago, USA and Chet Holmgren beat France in the U19s as well. So he lost in a championship already to Chet. Chet was supposed to be, the next like Kevin Durant type, being able to shoot and being that tall. All of a sudden, Wemby comes in and makes Chet look like he's Gumby. So, I mean, I think he's done. They were talking about, I think, the Thunder trading AJ Mitchell. I think they got to get rid of Chet. And I don't know if he's tradable after they gave him that contract.
Yeah. He's making over $200 million coming. I mean, oh my God, did he suck? I
have never seen anybody more scared outside of a no-name person out of Philadelphia that was scared to shoot worse than him. I've never seen that before.
Who is that guy?
He's not Ben Simmons, but he's about as close.
We don't bring that guy up.
Ugh. Yeah, Ben Simmons.
Well, I wasn't going to, and then your look made it look like you didn't know who I was talking about, so I had to say it. Otherwise, I wasn't.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't know if you were going to talk about Ben Simmons or James Harden in Game 7 against the Celtics. I didn't know what you were going to talk about because they're both.
You can talk about James Harden.
The playoff games he's played in.
Yeah, any Game 7, any game that's a win or go home for James Harden is kind of.
Yeah, I mean you can kind of
take your pick.
Bad. Speaking of going home, are we able to let Patty back in?
What up, everybody? The Beard is here. Hey, I want to give a quick shout out to one of our sponsors, the law offices of William P. Harrington. Credit card litigation, Chapter 7 bankruptcy, estate planning, estate administration, guardianships, they do it all. As a member, listener, follower, supporter of our network, they are offering you a 15% discount on these services. So if you are in the Pennsylvania or New Jersey area, schedule your free consultation today.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening. Just a few quick reminders for everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. And check out our fellow podcaster, Jim Montgomery, with This Day in Philly Sports History. Thank you.
Yes, we can.
I wonder how long did he message on the Discord that he's been waiting?
Yes.
My fault, Patty.
You're good. I think I figured out that my connection being kind of dog crap had nothing to do with my connection at all, but everything to do with the storage space on my phone. So I think I've now fixed that, but I guess we'll find out.
There you go.
Vegas is up 3-2, baby.
Patty, need a tech guy? I can help you out over here.
Yeah, just turn it off, turn it back on. You'll be good.
Yeah.
Fix it up.
Yeah, that's where you start.
Try setting it to Wumbo.
Well, Patty, we'll give you an unfiltered 5 minutes if you want to get out some things. We talked about the finals for a second. We talked about the Red Sox and the Yanks for a minute.
I'll talk
Patty,
about
who do you like in the?
second.
Who do you like? Honestly, yeah. Who do you like in the? Honestly, you think Knicks can do it, or you like this?
I think the Knicks are capable of winning. I think the Spurs will win, but at this point, I think the Knicks are capable of winning.
How many games? How many games?
I'll say Spurs in 6.
Okay.
But
all right.
To me, what it comes down to is this: I think I don't know if anyone listened here to the basketball pod last week, but Paul and myself and Mike, I talked about basically this metric that what the Knicks do or the Knicks have done in this playoff run is put Karl-Anthony Towns on the worst offensive player on the other team. And I think that they are going to have to at some point play him against Wemby, which provides trouble. Now, the flip side of that is what the Spurs do a lot, or the Spurs did against the Knicks in the NBA Cup, if that's any jurisdiction, is they put Wemby on Josh Hart and basically said, if Josh Hart beats us at the three-point line, so be it. And obviously, if he shoots the way he shot against Cleveland, then the Knicks are winning the NBA championship. I'm not saying that that's the so-all, be-all, end factor, but to me, that's a big factor. Is what does Josh Hart do? Do they go to Shamet early? Because what they like to do is they like to play Wemby like kind of on this help defense where he's always in the post and doesn't get caught out on the perimeter. So to me, that's a big thing. But, you know, I think the Knicks have the bodies to play defense in interesting ways. I'm not saying anyone's ever going to stop Wemby, but I think they have the defense to play things in interesting ways, whether that's Bridges or OG or like Deuce McBride off the bench, Mitchell Robinson. Like they have different things to throw at him. Kind of how like I look at it like, and they're not the same player, but I look at how the Celtics won the title in 24 and threw the kitchen sink at Luka. Like one possession, Luka would get Derek White, and then the next position he get Jalen Brown, and the next possession he get Jason Tatum. Like I think that's the Knicks' best chance at winning is just throwing the kitchen sink at Wemby, and if anybody else hurts you, they hurt you.
But here's the problem with that though. Like you have two starters on the Knicks that are defensive liabilities in Brunson and Towns, right? So you're going to have to sub out Towns or Brunson. You can't sub out Brunson because he's your best scorer. So you're going to have to sub out Towns at some point quickly because Wemby's probably going to eat him alive. You know what I mean?
That happened when the Spurs played the Lakers too.
Yeah. Basically what I saw, Kyle, was what
I know Luka was out, but
was what the Knicks had been doing is they've been taking Karl-Anthony Towns and basically just putting him against like the worst offensive player that's not necessarily a big guy. Like against the Cavs, he played Jared Allen, who happened to be the worst guy, but against the Sixers, he was playing like not Drummond, but somebody else. Like, and then against the Hawks, he was playing
Dembona and all that. Yeah.
Like so. Mike Brown has done a nice job of hiding him so far, but I do agree with you that this is the series where him and Brunson are going to have to at least be competent defenders. I agree with you on that end.
I saw something on Twitter, I mean to cut in, that it showed Towns versus Wemby throughout their and he got the better of him a couple times. So I was shocked when I saw it. I was like, I don't remember Cat playing defense ever like that. So I agree with what you're saying. You got, like you guys said, two liabilities. But they have guys that can cover for them. And you got Harper and Castle, young guys, but Harper, I feel like, is just getting better and better every game.
It's crazy, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, don't forget about Fox. De'Aaron Fox might be the fastest player in the NBA. Like I feel like that's a matchup nightmare for Brunson.
He's not faster than Maxey. Come on. Maxey's clearly the fastest guy in the NBA.
Maxey is much better than De'Aaron Fox, but De'Aaron Fox, I think, is the fastest player in the NBA.
Oh,
I think it depends which De'Aaron Fox shows up.
You're high right now.
I was just going to say, I don't think Fox is moving at 100% right now.
Yeah.
So at least right now it might go to Maxey, but Fox is fast when he's 100%.
Listen, I'm a Kentucky fan. They both went to Kentucky. Maxey's clearly a little faster than De'Aaron Fox. Clearly. It's not even close.
You might have a double bias on Maxey, though. You're
Maxey's
only single
way
bias on Fox.
I will never say Fox is better than Maxey, but Fox is definitely faster than Maxey.
Well,
let's run the 40s. Come on, let's go. Let's tag him in this post.
I think you and me should run the 40s because I think at this point I'm
shuttle
faster
runs.
than you.
We're playing basketball. I want shuttle
You talking
runs.
to me?
Yeah,
you talking to me?
Absolutely, I'm talking to you.
Oh man. All right, we got to set this up.
Unless we're playing some enhanced games right now where you're taking performance enhancing vitamins.
Yeah.
Well, JD, tell me about how much of a factor Mitchell Robinson's finger is going to be if Karl-Anthony Towns gets into foul trouble.
Well, he can't shoot anyway, so he can't shoot foul shots. He can't shoot, so I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about him playing defense.
Rebounding.
Rebounding.
He did pretty good with the alley-oops. I mean, he's pretty good from 1 foot out.
Yes, he's fantastic. So I don't think I hear what Patty's saying. I've had a lot of my Knicks fans saying the Knicks in 6. And I think one of my friends says he thinks game 1 the Knicks got to take game 1. And I said, well, they got to split. He goes, no, I think they got to set the tone. They got to take game 1. And I'm like, I do. I agree. Game 1's a big game for the Knicks. I don't know if you all agree with
Yeah,
me, but I think it's a real big game to go in and,
I do. I mean, they haven't played since like October, and the Spurs just got done.
right.
Like, what have the Knicks been doing to occupy themselves? I think we talked about it last week or one of the last few pods. Is like you sit around for so long, especially in a city like New York, where there's constant distractions every day, every night. Like, how many nights where it was Josh Hart, Brunson, and Mikal Bridges coming back from the club at 5, 6 a.m.?
Yeah, I think there's a fine line between rest and rust, and
Yes.
sometimes too much is too much. So I'm
Agreed.
eager to see how that plays out.
But the city's going to be nuts. I mean, it's already they're painting subway stops orange and blue. I'm like, I mean, enough already. I mean, listen. I'm happy for them, but it's not a. I'd rather see UNC have a good year, to be honest with me. That's why I said.
JD, did you see that? Did you see that there's a Knicks Finals game that lines up on the same date as a World Cup game at MetLife? So the public transport is going to be terrible that day.
And I think the Yankees Dodgers are playing that day. I saw it's June 16th. I think it all lines up that it's going to be a nightmare. Now, yeah, I don't know how people from New Jersey are going to get into go to a Knicks game because the city is being shut down. I think 5 hours before a World Cup match and 3 hours after. So I don't know what's going on here, man. It's stupidity. But
this is best case scenario for Philadelphia fans because when the Knicks win, it's going to be pure chaos. When the Knicks lose, it's going to be pure chaos, and the crime rate's bound to go up either way and get Philly off the hook. So New York's definitely going to have the worst fan base for the next 3 months until football season starts, and then it comes back to the Eagles.
Serious question though: is this when was the biggest series prior to this for New York, game or series? We'll exclude Super Bowls. We'll say series.
In all sports?
Exclude Super Bowls. We'll say series.
I think Yankees in 2009. I mean, it's the last time they won it. I'm trying to think.
Did that series have the juice though?
No. Mets in 2015 because no one expected it. That had some juice. No, I don't. You're right. Yankees. I don't remember 2009 having a lot of juice. But when the Knicks 94 was crazy because you had the Rangers and the Knicks both in the finals. That was crazy. That I remember being crazy. I guess 99 but no one expected them in 99. This year they're nuts. They are nuts. I see more. Just like shut up. Like do you
So
know
09. So being a Phillies fan, 09 wasn't like crazy up there. The fact that like they were trying to stop the Phillies from winning back to back and all that stuff. Like
I don't. You know what?
It's crazy.
I'll tell you the truth. I remember 96 when they after that long drought. I remember 96.
Yeah, the Mattingly years. Yeah, we get it, Ben. We know the Mattingly years. Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, that's right, Kyle. Let him know, Kyle. Let him know. Where's Justin Crawford in the leadoff spot, Don? Where is he? Come on.
JD, I can't believe that we
was crazier. You said.
I think 94 was crazy. 99, I didn't expect.
2000 Subway Series.
Yeah, the Subway Series, but it was only big here. No one else cared, right? I mean, they only cared here. But what were you saying, Paul?
No, I was going to say. I mean, for being one of the most level-headed New York fans I've seen in a long time. I mean, not even in my household. Can I find one that can talk 5 minutes without me having to try and leave the room? Why don't you give us? I think before we get too far, we want to go through our sponsors, and we'll start with the partners first. And that's why I wanted to give you a shout and let you talk about who you've had on your pod recently and kind of what's on the docket.
So lately, reaching out to people who just decided to give me the heave-ho. But Kyle and I are going to work on a weekly show. This Friday, right? Friday we're going to do a show. I told Ben I'll never get Ben on. Mike, more than welcome. Patty's been on. I'm working on actually some guy, a Gatorade guy, some guy who sports drink guy reached out to me today. So we'll see if that leads to anything. So that's all that's been going on lately. So yeah, I'd like to get Kyle on because Kyle's very unopinionated and doesn't really count. He's very quiet. He's very introverted. So I figured bring him on.
Are you
and
talking about
maybe
the
he'll
same
give me
Kyle?
3 minutes of a show.
I hope you have the same level of editing software that Steve does for sure.
No, he is fully unedited. He can say whatever he wants. Kyle has carte blanche. Whatever comes out of his
Oh,
mouth,
boy.
anything. There's no censor
Oh,
here.
boy.
No censor.
All right. So JD's pod apparently is rated too high for TV. I love it.
Okay.
That's awesome. Well, Kyle is a popular character these days for some reason. Kyle, is there another podcast that you want to give a shout out to? Maybe something in your family tree?
Yeah. Mr. Jim Montgomery in This Day in Philly Sports History. He's a proud partner of the podcast. He actually just branched off and started another podcast for the Philly Sports Hall of Fame. So shout out to him for that. So he got a couple things in the works going on now. So tune in to him. You can see both of those wherever you get your podcast. You can see everything that's on his channel, man. But it's good. He brings the heat with some good knowledge. Right now, Mike, what does he have going on now? The greatest high school basketball player out of Philadelphia in the
Philadelphia area.
Yeah. So and he
there
does like
are
a
some
March
good
Madness.
ones.
He does a March Madness
Kobe?
style thing where Kobe's in there, but he does like a bracket style. So it's like
Rip Hamilton.
seedings and everything. Like he gets real nerdy with it, man, and it's pretty good and
It's fun.
It's definitely fun for sure. So yeah,
Did
definitely check him out.
Did someone beat Kobe?
No,
Who
not
beat
in the
Kobe?
bracket yet.
No.
Yeah, not in the bracket yet. Nope. But
It just
there's some good
started
sides.
yesterday, and he only releases like one thing a day to vote on, one
Mm.
matchup a day, so it lasts all month. So Kobe hasn't come up yet.
Yep. But
Well.
Kobe's a 1 seed, so I don't think anybody's gonna
Yeah.
take anybody over Kobe in that first round matchup for sure. So, but yeah, you
We're gonna-
forget how many
Sure.
athletes and like how many basketball players came out of Philly, like the Philly area, until he starts listing them out, and you look at him, you're like, oh, I forgot about that guy. You know, so it's pretty decent to look at. You know,
Kyle
And-
Lowry should be on that bracket.
I think he is, and Carolina just tied it up with Vegas. in
Yes,
the
they
Stanley
did.
Cup final. So, just throwing that out there.
Nice.
I was
How
going
about
to say, I
Bad
was like,
turnover.
man, they were up 2-0
Bad
and then
turnover.
down 3-2,
Yep.
just like that.
Yep.
Paul, before we go, can
We
I say
hope
one
take
this-
the
thing?
loser socks off.
I hope this goes 7 games. By the way, just throwing that out there.
Amen.
You're allowed to say whatever you want as long as you give a shout out to one of our sponsors afterwards.
Sure. So before we do our sponsor shout out, I just want to give a quick, I mean, this will be posted by then, but as of right now, in about 3 hours, a happy 3rd birthday to my oldest Ellie. So it's been almost 3 years I've been on the pod now, a little bit after she was born. So I want to give her a big shout out. And
Hell
if
yeah.
you're looking to celebrate the
birthday,
way the
Ellie.
rest of we're celebrating, grab a hype chain from Lotwin, use code TCC pod for 10% off your first order.
Awesome.
You. Happy birthday, Ellie. Thanks for getting
Thanks.
Patty on the pod.
Happy
Yep.
birthday,
Yeah,
I want to get a
Ellie.
lot win chain with Paul and the cape.
That's in the works.
I want one with the big X on it. I want one with an X on it. I'd wear that one pretty proud.
But Mike, it has to look like Handyman. Just with
Yes,
Paul's face.
with like a cartoon character blurb saying
Yes.
never underestimate the powers of the handicap.
Yes.
either that or Blank Man, one of the two. Blank Man or Handyman. I'll take either one.
I would
think they
also
were-
like
They were from the
Paul-
same actor, right? I think Damon Wayans played both of them, right?
He did.
speaking of actors, Paul looks like a 70-year-old version of Johnny Drama. Can you raise your hands and yell victory? Victory!
I love.
I want to get a lot one chain of that too.
Love that, Mike.
Mike,
Love the
that's
entourage
even
feel.
better. That's even better. I think that's even better, Mike.
Well-
that one might be better.
Ben, I know you said you got a haircut when you got on the pod. Pretty sure it was pretty long ways to get down to Lancaster, but if anybody else is in the Lancaster area, stop by Sparrow Hair Studio and talk to Lean. When Ben shows up here for a rivalry, rivalry game.
You did get that chopped.
I did.
Mm.
I don't know. Kyle, what do you think? You're the judge of my hair.
It looks much better than it did last week or
Thank
2
you.
weeks ago for sure. Absolutely.
Thank you. Yeah,
didn't-
looking like a human again.
I didn't know when
Yep.
NSYNC was getting back
Yep.
together, but I guess they are. It's kind of cool.
No, there it is.
Well, it's not May anymore, so it's not gonna be
JD has
May.
entered the roast.
I
Love
think
it.
Well-
Paul should get a chain, Mr. Big Shot, in relation to his former head coach, who is going to jail for life.
For gambling.
Yeah, I still can't believe that. Like Chauncey Billups, what the hell, dude? I love Chauncey Billups.
Yeah.
And, now, like what the hell? Like he was just one of those guys. He wasn't on your team, but you just liked him, and now he's just this. It
Just
sucks.
goes to show you that Rip Hamilton was the true leader of that team.
I was actually
No,
going to
Rasheed
say,
Wallace was the true leader of the team.
Kyle, I was actually going
There
to
you go,
say
Ben.
Chauncey Billups, former teammate of the second best player to ever wear a mask.
No,
Blasphemy.
Rasheed Wallace is what will put that team over the top.
There's his jersey
No-
right there.
Let's not forget about Tayshaun Prince. Tayshaun Prince balled
Yep.
out that year.
Loved him.
Tayshaun Prince is a very good player. Very good player.
Hall of
Well, I
Famer
mean-
Ben
Arguably-
Wallace.
I think Ben
Arguably,
Wallace is in the Hall of Fame because of that as well. It wasn't
Yeah.
before or after that.
I think you could argue it's the best starting five of any NBA Finals team ever, 1
Yeah,
through
It's
5.
a great conversation.
I agree with you.
Yeah, they're in the argument, like
Yep.
top to bottom, 1 through 5, no scrubs.
No
Yep.
scrubs. Larry Brown, baby.
Probably still getting
Yeah.
paid from somebody out there, some team.
Oh, somebody's paying him.
Don't forget about sixth man Darko Milicic, second overall pick. Or
Ben,
was that
the only, I
Mehmet
mean,
Okur?
like, I would have to do more research, but the only teams that pop up in my head right now when I'm thinking of that would be like the 17 Warriors and then like the 85, 86 Celtics and Lakers. Like, that's the only two in my head, or only three in my head
Yeah.
where I'm like, those teams top to bottom were unbelievable.
I think
Yeah.
defensively though, that Pistons team could clamp you down. Like that was the
Oh, yeah.
difference, man. Like all 5 of them played defense. All 5 of
yeah,
them.
and they
Well,
were.
I think the
they were
90s,
clamping Shaq and Kobe. That
89
wasn't
and
just
90s
anybody they
Pistons.
were clamping.
89, 90s
Bad
Pistons did the
boys.
same thing.
Bad
Yep.
boys.
Yeah, but that's just because Bill Laimbeer was
Yeah.
a bully. They,
Yeah, well,
they
they
had
were
Bill
using
Laimbeer out
fists.
there
They were
fighting
using
people.
fists.
Yeah, what was it? Lambeer, Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars,
John Sally.
Rick
And
John
Mahorn.
Sally,
and
from
Rick
Horn.
Mahorn.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
microwave off the bench.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good team.
Maybe
Man.
we should do a pod on this. There's
Yes.
discussions to be had.
Yes.
Greatest starting 5 in NBA Finals history, 1 through
That's a-
5.
That's a good one right there.
Somebody
Yeah.
needs to tell Scuba
Set-
Steve about that, and we should do that. That's a good one for sure.
That's why I said 17 Warriors, Curry, Clay, Draymond, KD.
Who was their
That's tough.
who was the
Not
center
good.
though?
I
Come
don't
on,
even
Looney.
know.
Kevon Looney.
Or wasn't it?
Andrew
Wasn't it?
No,
Was it Boogie Cousins?
Zaza Pachulia? Was it Zaza Pachulia? Was he out there?
Or Bogut?
2017. I thought.
Well,
Yeah,
one
was
of
it a
those
Bogut?
teams.
Was it a Bogut?
Bogut.
Could have been
The
Bogut.
No, I think
Yeah.
the center with Durant was Kevon Looney, and he's definitely not in the conversation.
I don't think
best
that
1 through
Kevon
5.
Looney was even in the NBA in 2017 is going to be my now conversation to you.
No, I'm pretty sure it was Kevon Looney. It was one of the guys we just said. It was Kevon Looney, Andrew Bogut, or Pachulia.
It was
I'm going
Looney. It
Bogut.
was Looney, Damian Jones,
Oh,
Javal McGee. Yeah.
JaVale
Pachulia,
McGee. I forgot
and,
about JaVale McGee.
Anderson. What was his name?
Varejao.
Varejao. And David West, who played a long time.
Oh my God.
David West.
The
David
ghost
West.
of
Oh,
David
that's
he
West.
was
right.
alive
Yep.
back then.
Yep. There's a name. There's a name.
Xavier
Steve's gonna
Proud.
come on and
Those
be like-
guys better than Ben Wallace
Dude,
or Rasheed Wallace.
Steve is going to come on and be like, why was the members pod 2.5 hours? What were you guys talking about?
Yeah, right. Zaza Pachulia.
Zaza.
Yeah.
That's a great name.
Love
Oh,
it.
dude, that's awesome.
Paul, what do you got for us, buddy? Anything else?
No, I was going to do a little lamer game. I know we already said that we don't do April or May championships, but since the Braves got the April championships, it looks like they wrapped up the May one as well.
They did.
So I thought I would
They did.
capitalize. Thought I would capitalize on that. You guys have seen Dave Justice, you've seen Tom Glavine, and now we got John Smoltz.
Ooh,
Lame.
Is that signed?
Lame.
Game.
Patty, say it with me, Patty. Lame.
Is it
Lame.
signed?
I mean,
Gain.
I know it's no Chase Claypool Steelers helmet, but
All right, let me go find something.
Is it
stupid.
autographed?
How about
Huh?
this?
Okay, it is autographed.
There's a sticker on there.
Ooh. Oh, that's a good one, Patty. That's a good one.
Yeah, he's
In
a
this,
cheater.
Autographed.
Kyle, you know he's sorting those things on eBay's for things under
Give-
$25 that nobody else
Give
wants.
Beltron
100%.
another shot. Beltron got the short
Yep.
stick on that.
How
Give
have
him
you
another
done
shot.
this many weeks of lamer game while in possession of my former Mets captain's piece and not shown that?
I just got it back from my mom's house. It was in my mom's garage. She's like,
because I don't know.
"Hey, I
don't
found
own it.
this."
The lamer game was just based on what I on winnings from the fantasy football leagues this year, since I won both the leagues I was in, and now the money is up. There's only two left. Two things left.
Technically, you won that from me. You own it.
Okay, I
You
can.
should have shown it.
I'll
Don't
show it.
listen to any of these guys. That's a game because John Smoltz, aside from Dennis Eckersley, is the best starter closer in the history of baseball.
You're forgetting about
Anyone
Clay
else got another?
Holmes.
No.
Clay
All
Holmes.
right, I like that answer.
Yeah.
Best pitcher that was a starter and a reliever for a good amount of their careers. There's a show we can do.
That's a
It's
Pretty
going to
good
be a short
statement.
show. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a short show. There's not
Yeah.
many of them.
John Smoltz and Dennis Eckersley. Not much after that.
Was Catfish Hunter both? I'm not old enough. JD, you were around that time. Was he both?
No, Catfish was. No, he was a starter. He was a starter.
Raleigh Fingers was, right?
Raleigh Fingers was. Raleigh Fingers
had-
started.
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't think he was that
Yeah.
good as this. I don't remember
No.
him being that guys, but as a reliever, yeah. And the mustache, dude. The mustache. Come on. I mean, that
Yeah,
mustache
I
is
mean,
classic.
Ben, I
Yeah.
think you
Yeah.
need to bring back the Raleigh Fingers mustache, Ben.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
working on it.
Yeah, dude.
That'd be a
Gotta
good
let it
look
go.
for you. Yeah.
I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do.
All right.
All right. Well, anybody got any kind of closing comments for anything that's going on? Anything you're looking forward to the rest of the week besides we got the finals and Stanley Cup? guess
I
we
do.
got,
I want to say one thing real quick, and I just want to say I am glad that the AJ Brown drama is done. I'm glad to put it in the rearview mirror. It's time to finally move on. And Ben, he's all yours now. He's your problem, and
Thank you.
I wish
no
him
problems over here.
I have no ill will towards AJ Brown, but he's dead to me. So he can rot in New England for all I care. And I don't want him to come back. So he will not be welcome at the 50-yard line to be in the Ring of Honor ever. So
You're taking your
He
ball
can
and
stay in
leaving,
New
as
England
you would
for all
say. You're taking your ball and leaving.
Jeez.
Well,
Yeah.
I wanted to say something. We've been watching the Women's College World Series, and White Chocolate's daughter hit
Yeah,
a
she's
game-winning
gross.
home run
yes,
last
she
night
did. Yes, she
to
did.
send Texas Tech to the final against Texas. And
they already beat.
Wow.
Yeah, right. So they don't like each other. And I saw something that Texas Tech's coach has reached out to Sarkisian that he will cancel some games so they can play in football this year, which I would love to see Texas Tech and Texas play in Dallas and see that rivalry. But Jason Williams' daughter can ball, and it's been exciting, man. I'll be honest
It
with
has.
you. It has been
Yeah.
really fun to watch.
Got
So
me
if-
hooked, man. I've been watching it. And I'm hooked on it, and I
Yeah.
can't wait for the championship series.
Yeah.
I can't.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. She's a beast too, man. Like I think she's hitting like 468 or something like that. It's
She
some
crushed that
ridiculous
one.
amount.
And
Yeah.
Kennedy, the first pitcher to get $1 million, she pitched 2-hit ball last night to clinch
Yep.
the win. She can.
Yep.
I mean,
Think about that. She signed like when we think about like softball players, we remember Jenny Finch, right? Like Jenny Finch
Right.
and all that stuff. They didn't have NIL back then, like they
Right.
do now. But like the chick on Texas Tech, like she throws. I think like she peaked out at like 75 miles an hour, which is the equivalent of like 107 for a Major League Baseball pitcher.
that
So,
thing
like,
flies. Yeah.
She's
Yeesh.
throwing heat. heat and a 2-hitter against arguably the number 1 team.
In Bama.
Like
Yeah,
Alabama was.
Yeah.
So like that's just insane, man. She came in and just like dominated them last night. Dominated them. So
Hey,
it's fun to watch.
And you got I just wanted to give a shout out to your Kentucky got a guy. They're only paying him $6.5 million next year. So
yeah, Milan. Milan.
Oh my
We love
gosh.
him. We love him.
$6.5 million.
Yep.
Wow.
That's where
More
they drew
than
the
the
line in the
number
sand, though.
8
They weren't
pick
going
in
to
the
go any more
NBA
than that.
draft would have
Right,
received.
right, Mike. Isn't that crazy? More than
Yeah,
the
he
number 8
said
pick
he's
in the draft.
projected mid-second round pick, and he gets paid paid the same as a number 8 pick. I thought that was
Dude.
bananas.
And hey, guess what? We're going to make the Sweet 16. Woo! That's about it. That's about
Maybe.
it, buddy. We might make the second weekend. That's about as all we got.
Well, I do think NIL is ruining college sports. This is a great way around the one and dones.
Uh-huh. Yep. I agree.
Like you're gonna
That's
get more
true.
people staying 3 and 4 years now.
Yeah, they'll make more
Why
money.
not? Yeah. Yep.
Why not? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, if
That's
anybody
crazy.
tells you, I mean, anybody that's going second round, you go to the combine and they say second round. I mean, you can get,
Yeah.
you can get paid for 1 year. You don't have to worry about anything the rest of your life. It only takes 1 year back in college again.
Unbelievable. That's out of control.
Crazy.
Man. God bless him. God bless him. That's all I got to say. Hey, it's
Yep.
out there. Make it. Make it.
What a world we live in. Education is out the door. F
Yeah.
education.
And the
Told you,
ball.
wanna watch
student
sports.
athletes. Student
And it-
athletes isn't what they're called anymore.
Thank you
After
guys
kid-
for having me
All
tonight.
right, guys.
Thank you
Thanks
for
for coming,
sitting through
buddy.
my Diddy roast, and
Love
thank
the
you,
shirt,
Paul,
Mike.
for-
Mike, love the
thank
shirt.
you, Paul, for all you do for the transgender community.
Oh, that's gonna be.
Yep.
Gonna be it.
And
That's gonna
I
be-
think our pronouns for this are going to be we are and out. So I think that's just about it for today. I'd like to thank Mike, but he really didn't add a whole lot today. So let's go ahead and just hit the exit button, and I think we're good.
Let
We'll
you
see
run out of
everybody
here
next week.
faster than when you got expelled from college freshman year.
Whatever.
Well, let's-